So the fight has already started. You're already engaging even before you make contact. So we pour the balance into your own feet so that when I make contact, it's already going into your feet. So the fight's always started already. That's it. And you roll at the point of contact change. That's it. So if I try to get in, you're just connecting me to your feet all the time. So if I'm out here and I attack, you start by connecting me to your feet so that when I do make contact, you've already perfected the structure. If you wait until after I punch, of course, it's too late. So I was saying with a boxing match, people see the punch. Most people don't see the 12 things that happened in the single second leading up to it. The fighters see it. One of them sees it a little bit better than the other if there's contact made. So it's not about speed so much as it is about frame rate. Push hands is not about being fast, it's about being soon. It's about being there already. The shortest distance between 2 points is 0. So I don't use force, because if I'm using force, that means that I've skipped the frame rate. It means that my frame rate's only 5 a second, whereas his is 20. Right, so if I build pressure, that means that I haven't noticed the changes in time. He notices the changes. So it's all about variable change. And most people don't adapt to variable change very well. A fine example of that is that game show problem where Monty Hall gives you 3 doors. One of them has a car and the other 2 have a mule. So you choose door number 2, and then Monty Hall opens either door number 1 or door number 3. He knows where the car is. So he opens one of them that has a goat in it. So now you're left with 2 doors. And if you ask most people, even really well-educated people, whether or not they would choose to keep the door they've got or to switch to the other door, would it make a difference? And most people are attached to the idea that there are 2 doors now. And so the odds are 50-50. So they just stay with the door that they're at because they don't want to look foolish by switching and finding out that it was the one they picked already. But mathematically, your odds are much better if you switch. But you have to be able to see not just the shape of the things as it is, but the changes leading up to it. And the change was that when you picked door number 1, you had a 1 in 3 chance. There's a 2/3 of a chance that the car is behind one of the other 2 doors. And when he removes one of the doors, that doesn't change those odds. It's still a 2/3 chance that it's behind one of the other 2 doors. And since you know it's not that one, you have a 66% chance of winning the car if you switch. It's that sort of thing that we're dealing with when we're dealing with variable change here. I can make a change, and what I choose is going to vary depending on the choices that he made. Because whenever I attack, he's usually going to be one-dimensional. There are different ways I can go, but he's only going to have a limited responses. And once he has a response, then any change that I make is going to be better than staying where I am. And the nature of where I go depends on the nature of his response. So how does he change? Where did he change from? And that's going to have a better chance of finding the part of him that wants to get pushed over. As soon as he starts to commit to the fact that he doesn't want to get pushed over, then he chooses how he doesn't want to get pushed over, then I just allow myself to change, and odds are extremely high that anything else I do is going to work for me as long as I maintain certain parameters. Meaning, I'm not doing this. Odds aren't very strong over there. It still has to be one of the doors. I can't choose the stairway. The car's not going to be in the audience. So I have to maintain this center line. kind of thing. There. So this is about me changing, not about using force. Once you commit to a particular line of pressure or force, then I just change. But if you don't commit, and you just pour the weight into your own feet, then when I push, now you're the one choosing the doors. You see the options now. You see the different variables. So all you have to do is adapt to my decision. There, I've opened one of the doors, and now you can make the changes. So if you're listening to me make decision or like that, I'm giving you the doors to open, and you just keep choosing and changing your mind depending on what it is. So it changes the game entirely just by you pouring yourself into your own feet. That's the first thing. Mm-hmm. So once you maintain that, then everything that you do is going to result in you being more balanced than you were before. Okay? So here, you're connecting to me, mm-hmm. You're opening it, you're switching doors, right? But you become more balanced in the process, mm-hmm. As opposed to what a lot of people do, where they just open the door and run in and get attacked by a goat.
A wild goat.
I think I just lost control of the analogy there, but if I'm committing, then you just change. That's it. That's it. There you go. You must be aware of all the doors.